Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. It is Binky here today with another video. Actually, this one people kind of liked, which yay. That's always good. So this is the last 10 palettes that I have tried and I am ranking them and decluttering. I'm going to spoil straight from the beginning. I'm going to be honest with you. I'm not getting rid of any of these. And here's why. Because this time of year, I love the holidays, a lot of great deals. I save up my money for this time of year. Yes, because I go a little ape. I'm not going to lie. So basically, most of these are new products. So I am not going to get rid of them because they're almost all brand new. So there's no way in heck I'm going to declutter. The last one I did, I decluttered five palettes, I think, which was half of them, which is pretty darn good. So what's going to happen in the more quiet months of December, January, and February, I'll probably go, well, I'm not going to get through 10 palettes a month, guys. So that's the reality. Unless, okay, let me break it down. So basically, I don't wear makeup every day because, like, especially during the pandemic, I was barely wearing it. So that's like a year of, like, probably lots of lipsticks I'm going to have to let go because I'm going to be going through all those as well. But whatever, that's life. Life happens. We get over it. So going through the palettes, I'm going to try to get through as many as possible, but I tend to wear them for about a week unless they're really small. If they're like 5 pan, I'm not going to wear them for a full week. We know what it can do. So, you know, then I'll show looks and things. So I'm basically going to have one palette 1 week. So sometimes that may be different. You know, if it's a 4 pan, I'm only going to wear it like 2-3 times and then go to another one. So it will go a little bit quicker, but I have quite a few. And so when I start actually going through the older ones, then you'll see more decluttering. And I'm going to go through all my lipstick. Then you'll see more decluttering. So it's actually a good thing. But I have a video coming out on that in general, and I'm pretty excited. So yeah, here we go. So 10 palettes. Now this is a little bit strange. I'm not getting rid of any, but some of them I'm kind of giving side eye to. The first one I'm going to talk about is the Pat McGrath. Now, yes, there are 3 of these, but I kind of see it as one big palette because there's 4 times 3, that's 12. Yeah, elementary school, don't fail me now. So yeah, so I have these and they're really great. Really, really great. Enjoy these. These were like last year, I think. Last year, maybe a couple years ago. I don't really know. Okay, I had to wait because music was coming through, and let me tell you, I can't legally put that on here. We get people driving their cars and pounding out music here. Can't have that. That's copyrighted. Can't do it. Welcome to New York. So yeah, so there's these. So I kind of counted them as one big palette. And some of these actually they still do have. You can still pick these up, and I'm not going to do a full video on it because it just doesn't make sense when they're trying to clearance them out. But like there was this one, which actually this one was my least favorite when I got it. I was like, ugh. And here's the reason. I can't use this. I cannot use this one because it's just too dark for the looks that I go for and for my skin tone unless I'm doing smoky eye. So I rarely use these. Now, the rest of these I did use, and I'm going to say I use them all together. So what I would do is I would use all these palettes at the same time. So there you go. It's just a really pretty palette. I didn't really use this one too much, but it does work well. So, but like I said, I used it in conjunction with these other ones. So I would mix them all together like it was one big palette. Now, hopefully that makes more sense. But, you know, I like these. Some of them, these were back when they did them like this with the plastic. The ones are now cardboard box, a lot of them cardboard boxes. So this one was the one that I thought that it's not cardboard box, it's paper. Woo, out of my mind. So this one I really thought I would love because it's very fair, and I appreciate that because I am so fair. But actually, I'm gonna be honest with you, it was almost too fair in some ways. So here's the gold. Here's this, whoa, that packs a punch. So I use this matte actually quite a bit, and I forgot how much it has. It's kind of interesting though, because look how dark it is in comparison to how it is in the pan. So that was kind of a shocker. I was like, damn. But this purple is just gorgeous, purple blue. And then there's this. So I'll just put this here and here. It's a really pretty palette. It just didn't show up as well. I have a wipey here with some white water on it. It didn't show up on my skin as well as I liked. This one was really lovely. It was just kind of, I don't know. I just don't feel like it had, and I'm fair. I just don't feel like it was, I don't know. I just didn't feel like it was really special. Though that purple blue is just gorgeous. It's kind of hard. You can't see it. The only problem with it, which you can see there, is it's chunky. It's not chunky. It's very smooth, but the consistency is a little bit chunky. But it's a nice duochrome with blue and purple. Really, really pretty. It is pretty. I love it. These aren't going anywhere. I will absolutely use them. They are wonderful. I don't want people thinking that they're not. They're wonderful. They're absolutely wonderful. And then there was this one, which kind of, this excited me because of this one color. And I'm going to put this here. Now, it is a little bit dry and flaky, so you got to go in carefully with it. But I love this one. I love this one, and I would pair it with so many of them, especially that blue. See how it's next to this blue? I would pair it with that. I totally would. It was just so beautiful. Now, I'm not going to swatch these because these are those standards. Like, I'm never going to use this color ever. And this is too dark for me. So I was basically buying it for this shadow. It turned out. I mean, that wasn't my intention. I mean, you get that pinky color there, but it's really no different. I mean, it's just, it's nothing special. So basically, I did get these on sale, I think, for 30% off. But even still, I basically paid for this. Because I'll never use these. And I'll use this one begrudgingly. But it's just kind of, eh. So this one was nice. It was nice. I don't want people thinking that it wasn't. I really enjoyed it. Great. So let's go to this one. So this is Lorac, and this is Fairy Tale Forest. Now, this one is brand new. It has just come out. This is small, okay? In comparison to, let me give a Too Faced one. Spoiler, Too Faced. So this is what it looks like. It's small, and I didn't expect that. I was kind of shocked by that, but then I wasn't because it's Lorac. But I'm used to their old Mega palettes, which I still have and I haven't used. There you go. And I think that's why they started releasing smaller ones, because they weren't selling well at the holiday. And what makes this one different is it's very much a neutral palette. Nobody's going, whoa, over this. It's a neutral palette, but they added a few pops of green. And I actually really like this. I'm going to run out of arm room. I actually really like it. I do have a review for this coming up, so watch for that. It already is on sale in a lot of places, and here's the problem with Lorac. I feel like they put stuff on sale too quickly. They're not making enough buzz. I wish that they would put out more palettes with varying colors. I like their neutral aesthetic, but I wish like maybe they do mauves. They did that with the Lorac 4 palette, which was the best, and I think they're getting rid of that. Don't get rid of that. That one's the best, but whatever. I think they did that with that, but if they had like taupes and like a whole palette built off of that, maybe some more exciting shades with a little bit of duochrome, but very simple duochrome. They were the it company there for a while, and then they just kind of dropped off, and I don't understand it because they have some of the best quality shadows. They're one of my favorite. They're a little bit powdery, but I don't care. You can watch my video and see how to use them a little bit better. I talk about it. I'll break it down a little bit more. But I just love them. They're so good. They're so good. They're so good. This palette is so good. I just think Lorac needs a better marketing team. They got to figure it out because seriously, they have some of the best products I've ever used. I love them. And their shadows are. Their lipstick and the rest, you know, they could use a little updating, but whatever. So the next one is Dior, and this is the Atelier of Dreams. This was their holiday. Now, I'm not a Dior kind of gal, but I turned into one slightly because of Birds of a Feather. It impressed me so much that I was like, you know what? I want more. And so I did get more. Now, I ended up getting the cool tone one because I don't need any more warm tones. I am a cool tone girl. And this is what it looks like. They give you the little brushes. I don't really know why. Nobody uses them, but Dior does. Go for it, Dior. And this is what it looks like. So I do have a video coming up of these. They're kind of outdated, but I'll put it up anyway, and 5 of you can enjoy it. So I'm going to swatch these here, right? To show something. I'm not going to go full review, but put them here, and I'll put them here. Can't really see them, can you? No, because of my skin tone. The other ones are great. The other ones are really great, especially the silver. I'll go above this one because you can't even freaking see it on my skin. So there, I'll put that on there. Isn't that beautiful? It is just so beautiful, so beautiful, so beautiful, so beautiful. And it's silver, but it almost has like lilac put in it. So it just makes it very wearable, so beautiful. Sadly though, well, okay, here's something I want to point out. If you watch my channel, you know I don't care for dark browns like this because it's too much for my skin tone. No. Beautiful. This thing blends out like a dream. These all tend to be more like a cream to matte, or no, cream to satin formula. But they're really great. They're really great. I really like them. But there's no real true mattes usually, except for this one. This one's more of a true matte, but it's kind of like a purple. It's a purple brown. I love it. I love it. I love it. And this color, of course, is great. This one just exists. Because I can't wear these two, and this color is like clay. It's so hard to get out. You have to dig your finger in there, and it's just like, why? And then it doesn't show up on me anyway, so I can't use this. This doesn't show up. These three do. So I basically paid a high price for something that doesn't really work for me. I thought about returning it, but they're just going to throw it away and I get my money back. So I'm like, I have a hard time dealing with that. So I'll make it work. It's very rare when I return things. But that, I guess that one shadow that's very clay-like stinks in that you shouldn't have. If I'm paying that much price for 5 colors, they better all work amazingly. It doesn't. And they just don't work on my skin tone, the two. So if you have really fair skin, you may want to skip it because it's not going to show up on you. If you don't, it'll show up, except for that one that just doesn't want to play right. But for a holiday release, I was kind of surprised because it's more of like just your everyday kind of, it's nothing special, you know, except for the silver, it's just kind of like it's neutrals. Birds of a feather. Hopefully, but makeup is made in advance for the seasons, so they may not have known how popular that one was going to be because I think that'll change what they do in the future. So that's kind of cool. That's really kind of cool. So the next one is, actually, you know what? I'll go straight to the next Dior. I told you I went ape. I went ape, guys. So I did end up getting this, which is crazy. I know. Everybody's like, what? I know. I had money set aside. I know. I don't even care about designer anything. I don't care about designer. That's not me. If you do, that's awesome. But for me, I don't care. It means nothing. But I just found this packaging so cool. You can't get this anywhere. Sometimes they pop back here and there. But Dior's having a hard time keeping anything in stock. I don't know if that's normal, but I freaking love this. It looks so Parisian. Like if you go, I don't know what this is supposed to be be honest with you. Maybe it's the atelier. I don't know. I don't know what the atelier is. Maybe I'm showing my ignorance. I've been to France. I know French enough, but I don't know. Maybe I'll look it up and put it to the side. But it just reminds me of the architecture of France, specifically Paris, because every area has a different feel to it. Like if you're near the German side, it's going to have a lot more of that Bavarian kind of feel to it and stuff. So it's just gorgeous. It's just gorgeous. It's just gorgeous. So this is what it looks like. These again are that kind of satin, and I don't like satins using them in my crease, but these actually work really well. They work so beautifully. And what I like about it is they're all the same kind of formula. You can use them in your crease, but then you have this, which transforms, it's almost like a topper, where it just transforms everything. So beautiful. It's just, you can put it on top of the shades. It's so wonderful. Like I said, I'll just put one of these colors down. It's a matte, oh gosh, this is, there you go. It's a satin, but it works really well, like in your crease, and then you can put this on top of it. And it's just really nice. I can see why people like it. It also, because it's not so glittery, it just, if you have dry eyes or aging eyes, I can see how this would work really well. It just would, I think with Dior formula in general, it just tends to not cling. It doesn't cling. It's just really nice. The only one that didn't work really well is the dark brown. That thing was just, it was really hard to blend. It just didn't play well with others. That one's just not good. It's not that it's bad. It's just I didn't care for it. I felt it was a little bit patchy going on, but whatever, you know, it did its job. It's fine. Okay, so now we'll just go to this because, you know, why not? So this is Cinnamon Swirl, and this is Too Faced. And to be honest with you, I was not going to buy this because it's like, oh, look, it's the same colors every year. Yay, Too Faced. Actually, I read some reviews and I looked at photos and I went, you know what? It's the Rouge sale. I'm buying it. Or maybe I got it on Ulta. I don't know. But I was like, I'll buy it. Just buy it. It's like a holiday thing. You do it every year. Maybe you do this with your family or your friends or whatever. You have these traditions that you do. And maybe it's like, have I outgrown this? Do I really need to do this? And maybe you should quit doing it, but then you keep doing it. Even though it may be deemed stupid. I don't know. Like, for me, when I was a little kid, because I was so excited over presents, I would wake up at 7 a.m. And I'm not a 7 a.m. kind of gal. I am a night owl, but I kept doing that even as an adult. And my family's like, you hate getting up this early. And they didn't want to get up that early. No, nobody wanted to get up that early except my dad, because, you know, like, he's on farmer time. But yeah, so that's just kind of how it works for me. You keep doing it even though it makes no sense and you don't necessarily want to. So I was like, okay. But in the end, it brings up good memories and you're happy. And that's kind of what this did for me. This is what it looks like. It smells good. You can smell that cinnamon, but it just smells like cinnamon, not like a cinnamon bun, but whatever. I can excuse it. It doesn't irritate your eyes though. So with the cinnamon, at least it didn't for me. I have sensitive skin, but that's me, you're you. So, you know, there you go. I feel like it is a very good palette. I think we have all these shades ad nauseum, but what I like is it's all in one cohesive palette, except for this section right here. I think if you remove these two shadows and added something else, this would be the perfect palette. It is warm tone, though there's some that are a little bit more neutral, though there's some that are tricky. Like this one, you think, oh wow, that's a beautiful taupe. You would be wrong. It's a bronze. So it looks like a taupe, but it's a bronze color, and I'm still kind of upset about that. I was like, oh, what a pretty taupe. Nope. And this one, you can see in my video, because I actually do a review of this along with the lip products that were released. No. And this one, please stop. Too Faced, stop. It's not funny. Nobody cares about the stupid purple. Get rid of it. It's in every damn one. So you're basically wasting. Nobody uses that all the time. No, it's in every darn thing. And it's just like, it's not funny. It's just not funny. You're not Prince, okay? Stop with the purple. Okay? And then he wasn't pushing it on everyone like Too Faced is. Stop. 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 So then, that's actually what I want to talk about, though. It's interesting because I was using this one as well, and this one kind of flopped in comparison. But I loved this one. And it was in my series, What's in the Box? Yeah, it was really popular. So I keep everything in boxes and I forget stuff's in there. And so what I'm doing is challenging myself to use everything in that box and then declutter what I don't need, because I put them in boxes and forget it exists. That's what that series is. Yeah. So there you go. For you horror fans out there, also with a little twist. I'm a horror fan. So this was in there, so I started to use it. I actually really love this palette. The only thing I would say is I would get rid of these. Like, I would get rid of these 5 and have chosen more jewel tones to go in instead of these. I just feel like, I mean, you can keep this brown fine, but like these, this looks like I got punched in the eye, but it's because I'm a cool tone girl. If you're a warm tone, it'll look great on you. It looks horrible on me. But basically, I would get rid of some of these. That's my opinion, but the rest of these are really beautiful. I just think they're gorgeous. The purples are just, oh, they're so pretty. They're so pretty. I love this. Ooh, I'm running out of room. I'm like a Picasso here. It's just so pretty. I love this one. I love it. I love it. I love it. I will not be doing a review on it. I will talk about it again when I finish everything in that box. What's in the box? Volume 1. And it'll be a lot of fun. Yeah, I thought it was. So the next one is Mercury Retrograde by Huda. I think this one's being phased out, but don't quote me on that. It's like it's for sale everywhere, and I hope it's not. It's such a great palette, and everybody just gets rid of things so quickly. It's just like, just keep a damn core line, but whatever. It's her business. I'm going to do a review on this. I think it's going to go on the Last Chance. I have a series of Last Chance palettes before they are gone, if it really is indeed being discontinued. I haven't done the research on that. It's a really good palette. I did use it. I have to put up the video soon. The only ones I didn't use were these three yet. I don't really care for blues, even though they lean more purple, so maybe I will like them, and this green. I don't know how this green fits. It's a little bit strange. Like, I guess you could use it with this, but for the most part, it's just like, why is this here? It's not very cohesive, but whatever. Still really nice. I just got tired of using sparkly shadows. I was using them like one after the other with the palettes I was using, and it just kind of gets old where you're just like, let me just not anymore. And the other thing with this is that they're very sparkly and beautiful, but it looks like the pans are hardened over, like they're hard pan. They're actually not. It just looks like it, but they're not. It's very strange. But gosh, I'm running out of arm space, but they're just beautiful. The colors are just beautiful, sparkly. They do tend to pull warm tone. For some reason, Huda stuff always is warm tone. Drives me a little bit nuts. I haven't even used this one. Let's see what this is. It's more of like a periwinkle. Gosh, that's really pretty, actually. Kind of reminds me of the Pat McGrath one. Let me look at this. It's just so pretty. Actually, yeah, it does remind me of that one quite a bit. If I could find it on my arm. But it's really beautiful. Actually, I could see myself wearing that. So I'll just wear that and review it, because there's really no reason to be afraid. It's pretty awesome. So then the next one is Cinderella from Sigma. I did pick this one up. Pretty. Very simple. It's not mind-blowing packaging. You get the Sigma brush, which I really like the brushes, so that's kind of cool. And then you get these colors. Now, the reason I bought this was because it went on sale, and I just found this palette so unique. I haven't seen a palette like this before, so I kind of wanted to reward it. It's okay, this black doesn't belong here. Nobody uses black. Some people use black here and there, but not that much. You know, it's just like, don't put blacks in there, but whatever. So many companies do it, but you have these colors, and this is really unique, this teal. I wouldn't personally use it, but it's so unique. These colors are just so cool. And they have like pictures from the movie, like the shoe and Cinderella, and they're wearing off already. But they're just such pretty, pretty, pretty shadows. Oh my gosh. Here we go. Put you here. I'm running out of space. One arm, several palettes. So there you go. They're just absolutely beautiful. I love them. I love them. They're beautiful quality too. The mattes, some of them are hit and miss. But that's okay. You know, I have a review coming up. I just think it was very beautiful. Some of the shadows are just, especially lighter ones, I just really honestly think they're almost like magical. I don't know. It's such an interesting formula. Not bad, just like beautiful and shimmery, but in a delicate way. I just think they're so pretty. I really do think this is a good palette. So I don't know if it's available still. If it is available still, I will do a review. But this, and then you get a free brush, double-sided Sigma brush. Oh, and I love theirs. The brushes are fantastic. So then we get to the final two, and this is Too Faced Natural Matte. This is the original, and this is actually something I'm going to pan this year, and I'm starting to work on it. I've been using the peanut butter one. I'm still using that, people. I'm almost done. I will get through it. I'm starting, like you can see pan here, it's starting to work, and I'm starting to get through these. And it's when I'm doing like in single shadows or all shimmer palettes and things like that, then I'll use this. And it's good because it has warm tones, it has cool tones, it is neutral, well not neutral, but basically cool and warm. And I like that, because it's very user-friendly for everyone, and I love that. So this is actually good. I don't necessarily love Too Faced matte formula for me personally, because my oil, I have oily skin, breaks through within 3 to 5 hours, usually 3 to 4, and so it doesn't fade away, it just, the oil seeps through, so it's not as matte looking. So it's not a deal breaker, but because of that, I don't tend to love their matte formula. Though they blend really well. They're very user-friendly. They're very great. This is the old one, not the reformulated. and it still works really well. And so my goal is to pan this year. It's not going to happen, but I'm going to try as much as possible. So it's good. It's good. It's just my oil always breaks through, but the quality was really good, really good. So the last one in this collection was MAC, and this is Tempting Fate. There was a big buzz about this. I actually had a review coming out and then my computer broke down. Still talking about it. So that's what it looks like. Very cool. I love the packaging. The packaging is just, MAC knows packaging. They know packaging, and this is no exception. It was gorgeous. It is not, it's the cardboard again, but I don't care. If you make it look this classy, good for you. And you can recycle it. So this is what it looks like. And the shadows did get on this. You can see how it got on there. I'm going to be honest with you. This is not my favorite palette. There's some gorgeous colors here. So it's just these two are really similar. This one's more gold. This one's more pinky. This one's obviously purple. This one's more brown. But a lot of the shades are just kind of similar. This one's gorgeous. This green. Alone, this green is just beautiful. Gosh, I know. You can't really see it. No, I'm like, where? So there you go. It's this kind of beautiful mossy green. The colors are beautiful. The mattes are drier, or not the mattes. The sparkly shades are a little bit drier in texture, which I don't mind. They stay pretty well. They're beautiful, but there's two mattes in this collection, and honestly, they're this one and this one. Oh, and this purple. Yeah, there's three. I don't care for them. I know some people are like, no, they're great. I just don't care for them. I feel like they don't work really well. At least they didn't for me. They're creamy, so to get them to blend out was a little bit of a pain in the butt. Also, so I didn't care for it. I just don't care for the formula. These ones though, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, those are great. I love these, but these I don't like. So it's kind of So my camera cut out, so I don't know what was being said, but basically, yeah, it's just nothing special. It was put in here haphazardly. The mattes don't work well. These shades are so, you can get them anywhere. They're nothing special. The formula's not special. The only one I really love is this green. The rest are great, you know, but it's just kind of, so I wish, you know, I wish, I don't know. Part of me wanted to get rid of it, but then I was like, no, again, they're just going to trash it. Just, I really don't like to do that. Maybe I should here and there, but I don't like waste. So there you go. So now I'm going to rate these palettes. Okay. So let's put them all here. Okay. So number 10 is going to go to natural mattes. Not because it did anything wrong, but because it's a natural mattes. I mean, nobody's going to be going, yeah, over this. Nobody. So that's kind of, you saw that coming. You saw it coming, right? Because I did. So then the next one would be so many MAC. The packaging is to die for. We all love this packaging, but what we don't love is we love good quality. We love good quality eyeshadow, and though the shimmers are very beautiful and work extremely well, the mattes, I don't love the formula. Maybe some other people do, and it's just kind of, I really wish, their packaging is so amazing and innovative. I wish they would take that to their formula. People would be talking a lot more if they did. So that is in 9th place. Now this is where it gets a little bit nutty here, but I know where I'm going to go. So this is in 8th place. This is the Dior Atelier. Nice. And cool. The only reason why it's this low is because, again, a lot of neutrals, but 2 of the shadows don't even show up on me, and 1 is absolutely useless. It just is not very good. So number 8. Yes, I know. It's killing you, right? This whole thing is just like, so this is where it gets a little bit crazy. Now here's the thing. I want to point this out. They're all good palettes. They are all good palettes. The problem is that this is really tough because I'm not even decluttering any of these. These are all new to me and exciting. Now, if it was ones that I was just like, to, it'd be a lot easier. These are all really good. It's hard to rank the ones. I love them all. I love them all. But, you know, we got to do what we got to do, right? So the next one is going to be Pat McGrath. And the only reason is, this will be, you know, 10, 7, number 7, lucky number 7, is because I can't use half these shadows, but the ones that are glorious are glorious. The packaging is glorious, but there's several. Well, that's not true. Out of 12, I probably wouldn't use 5, which means I'd use 7. But right there, that's expensive. So that is my reasoning why on that one. I just really wish there wouldn't be so many golds and the same boring matte browns. I will say it. It's like, do something. If you want people to buy the quads at that price, make all the shades special, no mattes. That's how you're going to win people over, right there. Okay, so then the next one, this is where it gets a little strange. Okay, so I'm going to go with Dior. And I know everybody's like, what? Dior in 6? Why is Dior? Dior is fabulous, okay? It has nothing to do with the product. It just has to do with it's not really innovative. But that's not why you buy Dior. Dior is one of those brands that's classic. And because of that, they go with classic looks. And so this is everyday looks for a lot of women. That's kind of what they go for. It's always like black dresses and beautiful red lipstick. It's very sensible, very classic. I'm not saying that, like, look at me. I love to wear crazy like clothing and accessories and things, but that's not necessarily Dior's style, you know, so I get it. So this is beautiful. The packaging, oh gosh, if it was packaging alone, this would be right at the top. This would be right at the top with Pat McGrath, but it's not about packaging. That and MAC and Dior, and then Pat McGrath would be right up there. But I would say I would probably, well, I don't know which I'd give it to. Fabulous. If it was about packaging, those 3 would win. But that's not what it's about. It's about the overall look, how I felt about it. You may rank it differently, but it's my world. So just today, you're in my world for a few seconds. So then after that, I would have to put this pumpkin one. I love this. There's no reason for it to be this low. It's not even low. It's just in a tough bracket. It's like you could be an amazing team, but you're in a crappy like bracket against amazing teams. Everybody's amazing. And there's none that I'm really not happy with except for one. But, you know, you've said enough. But this one is great. Great, great, great. Love it. Love it. I'm one of the only ones. Still love it. So then I am going to go with Cinderella. And one of the reasons why it's only number 4 is because a lot of the colors I won't use, like the teal and things like that and the black. Please don't put blacks and shadows. I know some people use them, but the reality is most people don't use them every day. There's so many blacks and it just seems like wasted space. Stop. So that one I'm not happy with, but I love what Sigma did. I love that they're going outside of their comfort zone. The formulas for the most part were really good. Loved it. Loved this palette. Really great. So now, this is where it gets a little bit tricky and maybe a little bit pedestrian, because some of these I put at the bottom for being pedestrian, and that's kind of unfair. Where to even go. So this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to put Mercury Retrograde as number 3. And that really kind of hurts me. Do I want to do that? Do I want to do that? I really love this palette. I'm going to stick by it. I'm going over everything. Performance, aesthetic, my feelings about it. I love this. This could easily be number 2. Wouldn't be my number 1. This is a very shallow reason why. It's the cover. I don't like the cover. And here's the thing. If they just done the Mercury, Planet Mercury, like they did with the moon, or not the moon, but Mercury in space, I would have thought this was really great. I don't like the eyes. And it's nothing to do with her. She's a lovely woman. It's her brand. She could do whatever she wants. I just don't care for that. The eyes freak me out. It's like, and then I hate saying it. I feel embarrassed leaving it out because everybody's like, what is that? You know what I mean? It just, for me personally, I don't want to leave it on my counter. It's just weird. Here's the thing. I I understand it's your brand, and good for her for being successful. Good for her. It's just for me, I don't roll that way. Like, if you know me, my thumbnails are so outdated. They're like 2010 special. They're terrible. My thumbnails, I am the first to say, are so outdated and pedestrian and terrible. But here's the reason why. It's about the products. It's not about me. I am not the brand ambassador. I am nobody. So well, I'm somebody, but that's why I don't put myself in the thumbnails. It's about the product. I'm just somebody talking about it. And that's how I feel about it. It's never going to make me popular here on YouTube. I don't care. I only do this because it's fun. And when it's not fun, I disappear. You know what I mean? It's fun for me. But it's not because I have a job. I have many interests. I have no interest in making money off YouTube. I have no interest in it. None, none, none. I do what makes me happy and fulfills me. So if 5 people watch a video, I really don't care. I had fun doing it, and then years from now, I'll watch it. You know, or when I'm an 80-year-old woman, who knows what the future will bring. YouTube will probably be gone, but I will be like, oh, look at you, you moron. But, you know, stuff like that. It's more for me and selfishly, but I don't put my face everywhere. Long story short, I don't want to put my face everywhere. You know, it's not about me. I know it's very popular to put your face in the thumbnails going, oh, for me, that's not my aesthetic. I feel really weird doing that. It just feels weird. I don't want to Photoshop stuff onto my face and go, yeah, it's not me. So I will continue using my outdated thumbnails because I don't care. That's the difference. I'm just here to have a good time. I have no skills in makeup. I'm just an average person who enjoys beauty and beautiful things in life. And that's it. You know, I'm not some guru. I'm just a normal person. Everybody on YouTube, anyone on TV, anyone anywhere is just an average person who just is in a different place in their life than you and me maybe. And that's how I look at it. So it's just like, there you go. Long tangent, but it comes back down to, it's just, you gotta do what you gotta do. And if people do it, I'm not judging it, but it's not my aesthetic. So maybe it's a very shallow thing that I need to work on. We all need to work on things. So that's why. So now this is where it became really difficult because I really like these. And this one I wasn't going to get even. So I'm really excited by it, but I really love this. I really, really love this. But I'm going to put it number 2 because it's kind of the same thing they do over and over. And because of that pink shadow, it deserves to be number 2. Stop with that pink purple. Just stop. So you get number 2 because of that. Take that, Jared. Okay, not that I have a problem with the guy. I'm just saying. I mean, I don't like everything he does, but I'm sure if he knew me, there'd be a lot of things he doesn't like about me. So whatever. There you go. We're even. Fist pump. Okay, he doesn't even know I exist. That's cool. So then, Lorac wins, and here's why. I love this formula so much. I know I have so many of these shadows, but I love how small these are. I'm going to get through these. I love the quality. I love Lorac. And part of it is because... You want to sit here, Bonkin? Okay, it's my kitty. I know you want to sleep next to mommy. Part of it is because I just love this brand. It's completely a selfish reason, but it's my list. My list. So that's why Lorac wins. It really is good. I'm so happy to see they're kind of putting stuff out again. Get your groove back. I love you guys. So yeah, so those are my last 10. Next time will be so much more exciting because I really, you know, I still have some new palettes I'm working on, but I'm going to go through some old ones. I need to start going through some old ones and get my world together. And so I need to pull out the next 10 and make a list and then make a decision. But these are all here to stay. Much like this one. This is Mina. She never shows up. Mina. Bye. She out of here. So yes, that is my last 10 palettes. Let me know if you've used any of these, what you think about them. You know, you may put them in different order. Feel free, if you have a lot of these, to put them in order for yourself and let me know. I'd love to hear why. Tell me why. I'd love to hear why. Let's have a chat. So until next time, have a fabulous day, my friends. Bye.